Hey, welcome to Near Shores Prepping. I'm your host, Greg. You know, being a prepper for a very long time, but new to YouTube as a producer, I've learned over the years that you don't pay full price unless you absolutely have to. You always keep your eyes open through auctions, yard sales, secondhand store, thrift stores, even looking at dumpsters, looking in your neighbor's yard. What do they put out by the street to be hauled away? Is there something you can use to help you grow food, to further your cause on the cheap? And there is absolutely nothing wrong with it, because I understand paychecks are short. Believe me, I understand. And I know food is expensive. But once you get the idea and you're going down the road and you're thinking this train of thought, what can I use to get me further along in my prepping? You'd be amazed at what you see and the ideas you can come up with. One of the things that I thought was very fortunate is I happened to be looking at a business there, and behind it was the dumpster, and right beside the dumpster was a stack of 3-gallon plastic totes, just like these, that they use to put flowers in, and they landscape that business. So I asked the lady, hey, you know, I see those back there by the dumpster. Your dumpster is full. Can I have those? Do you have a use for those? Those look like they're going to be thrown away. She says, I didn't even know they were back there, and you're welcome to them. They're for free. So now I've got 3-gallon pot for free. Fill it up with dirt and put a sweet potato slip in it. And by November, I should have 3 to 5 pounds of sweet potatoes if that's what you like. If not, put a couple seed potatoes in there and you'll have potatoes. Whatever you like growing, put in that pot and learn to grow food. I push sweet potatoes and regular potatoes because, in my opinion, that gives you the most return for your hard-earned money. In other words, 4 pounds of seed potatoes at $5.99 should return you 5 to 10 pounds minimum of whatever potato, red potatoes or russets or whatever. But there is a learning curve. You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to learn when to fertilize, when to water, all that kind of stuff. Home Depot bucket was another one that was going to be thrown away. I picked that up, put a hole in the bottom of it. I'm going to fill that up with dirt. And again, it will be another growing facility for me to put out and say, okay, I can put sweet potatoes in there. I can put something in there that will grow that I like to eat. Once you buy the dirt, all you have to do is freshen it up, fertilize it a little bit, and it's ready to go. So for a free investment and then some money on dirt, hey, you got it made. Mother's Day is another one that I always look at dumpsters, garbage cans, and everything else like that. Why? Because on that special day, they get a lot of flowers. A lot of them are hanging baskets. Don't throw those away. Fill them up with dirt. If you have strawberries or other vining plants, fill it up in there and hang it from your balcony. Hang it from your trellis. Hang it from your cattle panel that you have over your garden. The strawberries grow just fine. They'll vine down, and you can pick them and keep them away from the squirrels and the chipmunks that are on the ground. The cucumbers love it because it's up in the air, and it will vine out over your trellis, over your rail, over your cattle panel. Hey, there's nothing wrong with picking it up from the side of the road. Another thing that I found that people throw away a lot of is shelving, bookshelves. Now, some of them are maybe water damaged and then they don't have any use for you. But I've picked up a lot of shelving, bookcases from the side of the road that were huge industrial shelving that was nothing wrong except they were extremely heavy. I picked those up and they hold a lot of canned goods. I washed them down. I put newspaper over the shelving and I've got it stacked with canned goods. That was all free. So you have to look at it and say, what can I use to my benefit when I'm driving down the road? And you will see all kinds of stuff for free. There is no shame in it. If you want to look through a dumpster or a business, fine. Whenever we're going down the road, the missus that's with me all the time, she always has her eyes open, and she has found a lot of really good things that will benefit us and have benefited us in the future. One of the things I tell her to keep an eye open for is free pallets. You see those suckers everywhere, and if you have a pickup truck or something that you can put those pallets in that are not all busted up, number one, they're reusable to build things with. Number two, it's firewood. Most of them are not treated, and if they are, you don't want to put them in your fireplace, but look at it. Three, you could cut them up and make your own flower beds. There's plenty of YouTube videos on how to cut up pallets to make your own flower beds for free. Watch those videos. All you need is some sort of saw. I used a chainsaw. I didn't have a circular saw or anything else. So I just used the chainsaw and cut them up into sections, had some nails, put them together, and now it's an additional strawberry bed. So pallets are another good way to build things. I've used a stack of pallets, and I've formed shelter for any future livestock I may have. It doesn't look like a shed or anything else, but by God, I'll tell you what, you put it together, it's sturdy, and it's sturdy enough to let sheep or goats get out of the weather and cover it up with tarp. They're perfectly fine in that. Straw on the floor, no problem. And it's free. So keep an eye open for pallets. Empty buckets that are reusable. PVC piping from construction site that is pieces and ends. That's really good for irrigation. There's all kinds of things you can use to help yourself along at little to no expense, zero expense. But it's coming, folks, and you better learn to grow food now because the learning curve is very steep. You'd be surprised how fast you can lose your crop. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Please refer this channel, continue to share it. I appreciate the growth, and I appreciate your comments. Get yourself right with God, get baptized. Greg out.